This thing is not your standard AR9. This is the Palmetto State Armory ARV. Palmetto State Armory did send me out this gun for testing. However, the agreement with Palmetto State Armory is I'm honest. That means if there's an issue with the firearm, I report that issue to you guys, but I also want to report how they respond to customer service too. First, I'm going to show you guys some shooting footage, and then I'm going to show you guys a little tabletop, and we're going to go over all of the features. We're going to go over the trigger weight. We're going to feel how that trigger actually feels. The first magazine we're going to be using is this guy right here. This is the Palmetto State Armory. It's like a see-through magazine. It has steel reinforced feed lips, which was kind of one of the issues with the original Scorpions as well. So it charges just like an AR too. So you have your charging handle right in back, and then you have your safety / fire selector right here on the left side. Not ambidextrous, but what's cool about this is it does have bolt hold open, and you can drop the bolt with this little switch right here. So let's go ahead, try this thing out. Feels nice. Blew right through it, held open on the last round as well. One thing with the bolt hold open, here's the switch right over here. All I have to do is pull down on the switch on the left side, and then it sends it home. So that's pretty nice feature, easy to use. Same thing with the AKV series as well. Let's do another. The way the camera's set up right now is all my brass is actually launching inside my truck bed, and it's actually perfect. This will make it really easy for cleanup today. What I attached right here is the Holosun Ames. I have this thing on loan right now from True Shot Gun Club, so shout out again to True Shot Gun Club. Absolutely love those guys, and that is pretty much the sole source of where I get all my ammunition from. If you guys want some awesome deals, ammunition deals, awesome bundled packages too, look at my blog, MrBigKid.net/2A blog. I have a lot of their ammo listings there and a lot of their deals, like really good deals. Also with True Shot Gun Club, they have something called the A Zone, basically for 99 bucks a year. Before my discount code, which is MBK20, so use discount code MBK20 to make that 99 bucks a year to 79 bucks a year. You get free shipping on all your ammo orders for a year. So if you order ammo at least 3 times throughout the year, you can get free shipping for that, and that already pays for itself. I shoot a lot of ammo for these videos. The difference is I pick it up locally, but if you are not in the Arizona area and you want to buy ammo, I'd recommend it. So again, MBK20 for 20% off discount on that A Zone. This almost looks like an MP5, the H&K MP5 had a baby with an AR9, and then you have this cool PDW brace in the back. Right here, this is your standard ARV style receiver. The cool thing about the ARV is instead of Glock magazines, it actually takes Scorpion magazines, like this guy right here. So and PSA has some pretty cool magazines out as well. So you have a really short barrel right over here, and then this is technically a pistol. You have an arm brace over here. It's not a stock, it's a pistol. The trigger itself on this gun is so-so. I'm not a huge fan. It's a little stiff, but let me show you guys. Here's a trigger pull. So it breaks pretty easily, but there is significant weight. And the only reason I say that is because recently I've tried some really good triggers out there and put them on my ARs, and I've become really spoiled with some of the triggers, particularly the Blackout Defense trigger that I've been using. It's made my trigger pulls in my AR so light when I feel like a standard AR mil-spec style trigger, it just feels so heavy and gritty to me now, which is, I guess, not a good thing because it's kind of spoiling me. Anyways, so the ARV does take Scorpion magazines, and again, this front end looks like that MP5 angled, like the A1 style angled front end, which is really cool. The difference is this is actually aluminum. This is all metal, so this is not plastic. Right over here, right on the tip, we have a tri-lug adapter. So if you have a suppressor that takes a tri-lug attachment, you can just take it and snap it on, or you have threading. This is 1/2 by 28 threading. That's your standard 9mm pistol style or AR style threading. So you can put a suppressor on there and just screw it on if you don't have a tri-lug mount, which that's pretty nice. This is a rugged Obsidian 45 suppressor, and it works just great on a 9mm as well. All right, here we go. Not too bad. That suppressor's getting a little hot. This thing works awesome with the PSA mags. My Scorpion mags are a little old. I've had them for about a little over 3 years now, and they've been used a lot as well. But overall, so far so good. I really like this forend out of the, just did about 120 rounds in like 5 minutes. So the gun's pretty warm right now, but this seems to be doing a good job blocking the heat. No issues. I don't see any kind of like wear and tear issues happening. Nothing premature, nothing cracking, flaking, anything like that. So far so good, but we'll do some more. What I like to do first is kind of start at the back and then work our way to the front. Just kind of helps me keep organized on what we're talking about. So first things first is this PDW style arm brace, which I really like it a lot. Not only does it look pretty cool, but it makes it pretty compact. It's just about the length of a standard buffer tube right now. You hit this little button right here, and then you can extend this out. Now you don't have that much travel, but yes, it is adjustable. And like I said, it looks pretty cool, and it's actually pretty comfortable, so not too bad. Now right here, you have a standard Magpul MOE grip right over here. Nothing fancy about the Magpul MOEs. They work just fine. Now the trigger seems to be like a standard mil-spec style AR trigger. From what I can see, it looks like the pins and the trigger itself is replaceable. So I'm going to see if I can fit one of the Blackout Defense triggers inside this to reduce that trigger a bit, make it a little more comfortable. Otherwise, there's nothing to write home about the trigger. It feels okay. It is a little stiff, but again, I think it's just a mil-spec trigger. Now moving over here, again, this takes a Scorpion style magazines, and I did actually have an issue with it feeding with the actual Scorpion CZ branded mags. This one right here is actually a CZ magazine now. This is for my Scorpion, and let's go ahead and test it out and see if the Scorpion mag works with the ARV as well. Fits in just fine. All right, we do have a little, there we go. All right, so we are having a bit of a feed issue with the Scorpion mag. I didn't try the Magpul version of the magazines, but I have used the Palmetto State Armory version, and these PSA mags seem to work just fine. And even the CZ mags seem to fit fine inside here as well, but I was having some feeding issues. I do notice there's a little bit of wobble with the CZ branded mags. Otherwise, the PSA mags, there's not as much wobble. These PSA ones actually seem to be built a little thicker and just a little better built, I guess. Obviously, I chose a banana mag for this tabletop. I don't know why. Anyways, for some reason, don't quite know why, the CZ mags don't feed as well as the PSA mags, the AKV mags. You do have a pick rail that extends from the back of the charging handle all the way to the front of the handguard, and then it stops and you have your tri-lug adapter right here, and then again that threaded 1/2 by 28 threading right over here. All right, you're rolling.
That gives you the feel of an MP5.
Yep.
But the kick of a 9mm AR. Especially with that 115 grain Blazer, it just runs. And runs great.
Very smooth shooter.
This optic is killer.
That's the Holosun Ames, baby.
The Holosun Ames, I mean, Holosun stepped up the game, and this is This is awesome.
Yep.
Thumb, when I grab, it just rolls right in to this rail section. So instead of having to go over top, I can just roll right in and just get such a good purchase into my shoulder.
All right, so the next thing I want to do is let's do a trigger pull test. So I'm gonna flip this over this way and we are ready charged. So I'm just gonna pull back on this trigger while keeping the gun in place, and let's see. Five pounds, 11 ounces. Let's check it again. I'm gonna get a little more on the tip of the trigger here. 5 pounds, 5.4 ounces. Last one, right in the middle. 5 pounds, 8.1 ounces. So roughly 5 to 6 pound trigger pull. Like I said, it's nothing fancy about it, but it gets the job done. It seems to be working reliably, so that's good. This is a 9mm bolt right here. You can see, unlike the AR, you don't have a moving bolt inside there. The entire thing is a bolt/bolt carrier. So now I guess the first thing I can talk about with this is looks and reaction of other people. I was telling them I had like an AR9/MP5 style gun, and they're like, what? It's cool. This is a really cool looking gun, and that's why I like it. It's just so unique. This handguard right here proves to be very comfortable. Your hand does sit, and then just with these angles, so with this angle right over here, when you put your hand on it, your thumb just sits perfectly right inside that channel right there. It's like it's just made for it, which is, well, it is made for it. Impressions are it's a very smooth shooter, very, very light recoil, as are most 9mm pistol caliber carbine style guns, or sub guns if you want to call it that. This is not a full auto, it's a semi-auto gun, completely unmodified for YouTube, just to let you know. But yeah, it's an extremely smooth shooter and relatively accurate. You do have a longer barrel than you would on your standard handgun. So, I mean, you do have a little more of an increased accuracy, and one huge benefit of PCCs is the higher capacity. Now, this thing takes Scorpion mags. Palmetto does make their own magazines. Palmetto State Armory even makes banana magazines. These things are awesome. If you look at them, they actually look like bananas. They have like the little bruising on it, which is awesome. And then right here, you even have that Chiquita style sticker, but it says Palmetto. So these things just look like bananas. If you really want to make your gun tactical, boom, there you go. All right, overall, I'm pleased with it. I think it's pretty cool, and there's a lot of things I want to do to this. So I think this is going to make a really cool platform for something that's like a good home defense style PCC, like a little PDW, because it's so small. And I love this PDW style brace right here. It's collapsible. You just have this little button right down here, and that's how you change the length of it. So overall, extremely comfortable gun, really good shooter too. That's it, guys. Hope you all found this demo pretty good. No issues yet, but I do plan on shooting this a whole lot more because it is one of those really fun guns to shoot. If you haven't noticed in the past, I'm a huge fan of PCCs in general. I just love shooting the pistol caliber rounds out of something that's shoulder fired, essentially. So, very comfy shooter. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you later.